Hey guys, I forgot I need to actually do another operation. Forgot I need to notch the this bracket here. And I'm getting a little bit of reflection off my light here. Sorry about that. But as I mentioned, this is going to set up in here is what this slider is. So it'll have that ball on the end here and come in contact with the switch. You can see here I'm bringing that out so you could see how it actually hits that column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this piece back up on the mill, notch out probably a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch. So that'll recess up in there and have plenty of room and not come in contact with the mill then. It could be done that way, or it could be done by just simply placing washers behind it. I'm not going to go that route because I don't want this to be a crappy job. I want it to look good and be very sturdy, so I'll take my time and do it the right way. But I'm going to set this back up here on the mill here in a second. I've already kind of made a scribe line. I don't know if you can see it on there or not. Just scribe that down. 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch or so. Once I get that done, then I'll drill that hole. That piece will go on here. This will set up in here, hang over the edge just a little bit. So that's where I'll make the contact with the switch then. Change out that end mill. Bore that down a little bit so my head of my screw will set down a little bit further down in there so it don't come in contact with the side of the home switch enclosure. And I'll set this back up real quick like on the mill and notch that out. Hey guys, I'm going to make this one fairly quick. I know these videos are pretty time consuming. I apologize if any of you guys get bored, but I'm going to mill this out here. I have no idea you hear this is my air compressor kicking on. It's kicking on enough to fill up the tank a little bit and shut it back off. Let's get it down to the bottom of the stairs. We're going to knock down about a 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch off part of this edge here to gain a little bit more clearance on that column. This should be a fairly quick one though. A lot of times what I'll do here is I'll just leave both my accesses loose. You'll see that this should be super quick. I normally go on the average about a half the width of my tool. 3/16. 3 small passes. I want to do this quicker, I just throw much bigger in really even part that slower. Repeat it until it's done. Get it to the depth you want. I'll go a little over so I know there's plenty of clearance. There's plenty of meat on this for the screw to onto. I'm not worried about that. Sometimes that's supposed to be a problem, but not too much. Super easy to do with these ball screws. The action screws not so much. The old screws I forgot what they were exactly. 16 PTI I believe, and these are 20 PTI. Those are more stretch clamps. I believe these are 20. Piece of cake. I've removed probably about a 16th right now. So I'll go a little bit. For sure, there's plenty of room there, and that's not going to get that column. Plus, it's going to be extremely sturdy. Times you get out on the edge like that, your end wheel will catch too. You're better off your end wheel out beyond your parking motor. Should be pretty much good to go there.
Arm & Hammer cat litter are only $6, and select varieties of Cat Chow cat food are just $10 each. Don't miss out. Friday through Monday, only at PetSmart.
Probably right about an 1/8 of an inch or so there gap. I don't know if you can see this or not. It wasn't even quite that much, probably about 1/16. So that should be good to go. And what I'll do next, I'll drill that hole out and get that tap and get that mounted up on the mill where it's going to go at, and then I'll proceed drilling the holes in the head, the headstock of the mill. This is a bit overkill. You don't actually have to make everything quite as sturdy as I'm doing. I like to make that notable so everybody does know that. When it comes to things like this, I don't cut no corners. I want to do it right. I want to build something that's going to last, not something that's going to be having problems with because this moves or that moves, or the material was too thin. I wish I would have went with thicker material. Like I said before, everything I do I pretty much think out well in advance, so I don't run into errors like that I have in the future. So everything is a bit overkill that I'm doing on this. You could run with 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch material as far as everything too, and get away with maybe even 3/16, but I'm done with 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch for this striker. And once I get this all done and get everything all tightened up, everything's all buttoned up like it should be and working right, I should never have to worry about it. Peace of mind for me. Hey guys, just wanted to put together another clip here. I got this bracket done. I got the heam joint on the end of it. Got drilled and tapped. The board countersunk that screw, so I sit down there further. And I just clamped it on the table, took the grinder, cut the head of the screw off flush. Filed that down a bit. Kind of want to show you here how this is actually going to be. I'm going to be getting this mounted here soon. This will sit up in here like this. And I'll make contact. I don't know if you can see or not. I'm kind of holding this with the tripod on it. Small tripod. You can hear it make contact with it though, and there's plenty of room on the side of it there. It's not gonna come in contact with the case in there. I could have left that screw like it was and I'd been alright. But it's no big deal. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to set this up, make the marks, get these 2 holes drilled where this is going to be adjustable horizontally. It'll move this way. I haven't got this set yet vertically. Right now I got the screws drawn up tight on all 4 screws. I'm going to loosen that up. Eyeball that probably about right in the center. So I'll have approximately 1/4 of an inch movement both directions on that. It should allow me enough room for alignment. I've got my ram hurting near up to the top. It's kind of hard to see. Over here a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. I've got probably about 2 to 3 inches yet on my ball screw there. I don't want to run it all the way up to the top for it to home because it's so close to the rack then. Because it still runs on the rack, even though it's on the ball screw, it's still running on that rack. The handle is not hooked up to it no more, but it still runs up and down on that rack. All the leverage is not on that ball screw and nut. But I'm going to get these 2 holes drilled and tapped. Get that striker bracket installed. Then I'll put together probably one more short clip of this engaging and disengaging. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not. If I turn the radio all the way down, you probably will be able to. It's pretty quiet. I don't know if you can hear that click or not actually. And yes, I did burger my finger up. If anybody sees that, I just threw a piece of tape on it, so I keep on working. When I was boring this out, cut my finger on the edge there, and I guess evidently there's a burr on it. I'm going to grab me, but no biggie. Let me get these all drilled and tapped out now. Well, I now have the striker plate all installed. I got myself a little bit of leeway. Like I mentioned in the last video rather, I run my screws right about in the center there. That'll give me approximately about 1/4 of an inch adjustment vertically. Same here horizontally. I may eventually put another second screw in here, but this is extremely tight, so I don't think I'll have to ever worry about that moving around on me. If I do run into an issue with that, then I'll just drill another hole and put another screw in there beside it. I want to try to, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but I'm going to attempt to, I'll bring this ram up. Kind of hard to reach around here and hold the camera as well. I'll bring the ram up here and see if you can hear it or not. It does engage and disengage fine though. Right there, disengaged. And they're disengaged. They're engaged again. I'll bring my camera around in this view. You might be able to see it a little bit better here. They're disengaged. They're engaged again. I know I sound like I'm repeating myself, but I don't know if you can hear it or not. Sorry guys. But pretty much concludes this video here. The excuse me. The Z-Access home switch is now installed. The striker plate obviously. All I have left to do now is to run my wiring. And I'll do that once I get all 3 of them done. I got 2 more to go. This tube here you see coming out off the side here, this is for my Y-axis. That's going to be for my lathe attachment that I'm going to be making. That won't require no home switch. That will run just off of Mach completely. Run as a lathe, and I'm also going to cut gears with it. So we'll just use a reference of steps from Mach. I don't require a home switch, so I've only actually got 2 more to go. I got this one down here that's going to run off for the Y. Then I got one off the back of the table back here. Excuse me, there'll be one off the back here of the table. We get going on them next. This is going to be a bit tricky doing the one on the back here on this X-axis. It's actually going to mount, if you can see or not, but I'll bring the camera around this side here. It's actually going to mount back here off the side. It's going to run really close to the bottom of the table, but it should be alright. And if it's not, then I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'll figure it out.